Y'all are gonna come with me for some evening chores. Sponsored by Kelpie. So I put Kelpie and Santiago in the small paddock today, and Mama and Baby out in the big one. So Kelpie and Santiago decided to absolutely trash the barn. It's fantastic. So yeah, we're gonna clean this up before we serve dinner. I purposely put this wheelbarrow in the doorway to the stall to block them from getting in. And I believe Santiago literally just pushed his way through, and that was the end of that. As much as I love this, it does get a little old when people think because you have horses, you must have a lot of money, or that you live such a glamorous, spectacular life with free therapy. I think we can all agree that the horses might be the reason you need therapy in the first place. They are giant toddlers that spend their entire life finding the most expensive way to die, which is okay, because what else would we do with our lives? We've already come this far. We can't stop now. But it's so glamorized. And again, I do wish it was that glamorous. Because who doesn't? And it can be at times, sure. But anything can be. Yeah, it just gets a bit old hearing, oh, that must be so nice. And then you have the opposite too. People are like, why? And it's like, why do you have a dog? You know, I don't know why you have horses. They're such expensive creatures. Well, look, Karen. Look, Karen. I don't know why either, other than the fact that they give me a sense of purpose. And I don't feel so lost with them as I do without them. So, also, I don't owe you an explanation. Why do you have human children, Karen? Like, they're expensive as anything. But you don't hear me asking. I don't understand why you have children. They're so expensive. Nope. I will congratulate you on the birth of your parasite. I will ask you how it's doing every time I see you. I do not judge you for it. This is the dirtiest this stall has been in a while now. I feel like as Mary gets older and is producing more waste, we definitely are getting a dirtier stall. And yes, my horses are used to hearing gunfire quite regularly. Honestly, it annoys me more than them, simply because I am that spooky chestnut mare that's always lame and has a tummy ache. So it spooks me more than it spooks them. If I'm being completely honest. Okay, I'm gonna go steal shavings from the other stall now. Oh, I found some bedding now. They just put it all over the aisleway. But it's clean. Oh, a pair of scissors. That's safe. So safe. Tomorrow I'll probably get a bunch of shavings and completely redo both of the stalls. Yeah, here's our lovely wheelbarrow of muck. This is my muck pile. It got this spread out because of some people helping that didn't understand what I meant by taking it all the way to the back. So, any suggestions for how to fix this? I do want to have my neighbor has a tractor. I might have them push it all back and pile it up. And I might put an advertisement or a post on Facebook. Free fertilizer. It's really good stuff. I put a bunch in my garden when I had a garden because I gave up because let's just say I would not survive if I had to farm vegetables. But that big square out there before the trees, right here, all that, yeah, that was just a dirt patch. I put last year's manure pile over there, and it grew like crazy. It's fantastic. So this is where I keep my hay, and keep it covered because we do have possums and skunk and other things. But we mostly feed alfalfa and a little bit of Bermuda, mainly because my horses are spoiled and they only want to eat the alfalfa. So I'll usually give Santiago and the thoroughbred a flake of Bermuda, which, by the way, a flake for us, because we use the big 3-string bales, so they average about 100 pounds each. So a flake for us is like a flake and a half of like a normal 2-string bale. And then I'm probably going to grab just a little bit extra, like a half a flake for Mama and baby, because they're not going to eat it right away, or at least Mom won't eat it right away, but she can nibble on it later on in the night. And then I'll usually give Santiago and Kelpie a flake each of alfalfa, which again, that's like a flake and a half of a regular bale of hay. And then Winona, I'll give 3 flakes to because she is nursing baby Mary. Those are their dinner rations for hay, since baby Mama and Mary are in a stall all night. So I make sure she gets plenty of hay at night. In the morning, she tends to want to graze instead of eat hay. She'll eat the alfalfa, but then she's off. And if I give her more than 2 flakes of alfalfa in the morning, she's just going to waste at least half a flake. So I just give her 1 to 2 in the morning, and that's it. So yeah, those are their hay rations. Oh, how do you like my curtain of hay string? It's great, right? Okay, feed station. Everybody's feed buckets that desperately need to be scrubbed. Yes. So starting with Santiago, he's lime green. He gets 3/4 of a pound of, this is the Neutrina balancer. I think it's Empower Top Line, something like that. And then it honestly just smells kind of terrible, like boring. So I give him just like a half a pound, basically a couple handfuls of Triple Crown Senior. And so this is what he gets, just this mix. That's feed. And then Kelpie gets a full scoop of the Triple Crown Senior. I like the Senior because it's low starch, but it's still high calorie. Low starch, low sugar, high calorie. Love it. And then Winona gets she gets about 2 pounds of Neutrina Safe Choice Marin Foal. That was her decision. I wanted to put her on the Triple Crown growth because I just really love Triple Crown, but she decided she liked this one the best. And I guess it smells pretty sweet, but it's still not like super high starch or anything. I guess she just likes the flavor. I'll do Winona's supplements next. I start off with her Elevate vitamin E powder. And I had her on that. I had her on it originally to boost the quality of her colostrum. And because that's what the scientific articles showed can increase the quality of it. And then I give her a scoop of Horse Guard, vitamins and minerals, since she's not getting like a whole lot of feed. And then Kelpie and Santiago each get a 1/4 teaspoon of bulk supplements, hyaluronic acid. You know, it's water soluble, so powder's fine. Audrey Christie on TikTok has a whole thing about joint supplements and whatnot for horses. Normally, they also each get a 1/2 tablespoon of glucosamine, but I am out. So, we don't get that today. And then they'll get a heaping tablespoon each of salt. And depending on how much they sweat or not, or if we're getting a really chilly cold front, whenever they need to be drinking more, I might up it to 2 tablespoons. And then I try and always have salt blocks out there, but Winona she really loves her salt and mineral licks, and I just haven't replaced it yet because we go through them rather fast. But yeah, that's everyone's food. Yeah, Winona, Santiago, Kelpie. Oh, and I forgot, I do add a splash of EO3 omega-3s in Winona's feed because it's really good for her and the baby too. Okay, and then I always soak and mix my feed. I find it is the best way to prevent choke, add a little hydration, and prevent any waste of supplements. As we all know, if you feed them by the gate, regardless, the gate's going to get muddy, gate area. So I usually put the hay in that dirt spot, which is where they like to roll, because it's already, grassless. And then I usually bring this over here because I'll let mom and baby out a little longer. I like to put them in around sunset. So now they're out, they're eating their hay. And now, once Winona's done eating her grain, she takes a while, I will bring her out with one flake of alfalfa for her to eat out in this little paddock. The baby can walk around more, she can walk around more before the sun sets, before I put them in for the night. And then while they're eating, I'll usually groom mom and then groom baby and try and get her halter on her for just a few seconds today. She wore it for a long time yesterday, so I don't really want to overdo it. But that is the plan. Sometimes mom gets grumpy after a little bit and is like, okay, that's enough. But we'll just go off of what mom allows. Yeah, mama. Good job. Good job. Okay. That's all we're getting today. Today she says, no touching my baby. I mean, I got to curry comb her, brushed her a little bit, but mom had clearly had enough. I messed with them a lot yesterday, so I think they deserve a break for sure. I'm going to give them a few more minutes of daylight and peace.